everyone. I think I was recording this a little early in the day, and I was about to say that Apple is planning to release a new device today, probably because a leaker stated it. That could be a bit of a Christmas surprise, but now we have Apple's released a brand new product. Can you take a guess to what it is? Well, if you already scrolled through Twitter at this point, it's Apple's newest product, sort of in the audio genre. Basically, imagine AirPods, but they're over-ear headphones. Obviously, I'm talking about the AirPods Max. Apple has just released these brand new wireless headphones called the AirPods Max, which feature this over-ear design, which is interesting. Now, they're claiming a lot of perks about the AirPods Max. Now, honestly, I was surprised. Firstly, I was shocked at the name AirPods Max. Talk about using the word Max in everything. Like the iPhone 12 Pro Max, because you got to go to the Max. Anyways, so the thing about the AirPods in general is that they're obviously one of the most popular wireless earbuds in the world, hands down. It's probably helped Apple conquer that segment, and obviously everyone's rushing to create probably better wireless earbuds than Apple themselves. But the interesting part about the AirPods Max and not the AirPods Studio, I mean, I thought the Studio name would make sense because of the quality, but maybe Max made sense because it's obviously bigger and more immersive and more powerful. So the AirPods Max features Apple H1 SoCs on left and right ear cups. Along with that, you get adaptive EQ, active noise cancelling, transparency mode if you use the AirPods Pro, where essentially you could just kind of block out and you can cut out whatever you're listening to hear what's happening in the real world. You get real world audio fed in real time, and spatial audio, which kind of would be a bit like Dolby Atmos. Obviously, you could watch something straight from Apple TV Plus and feel the I don't know what Apple TV Plus show I'm thinking about. For All Mankind, you feel the intensity, and you're in the scene. So that's the power of obviously spatial audio and stuff and computational audio that Apple is bragging about with the AirPods Max. Obviously, in terms of design, it has this knitted mesh design that's come straight from the HomePod, on the headrest, on the headband, and the ear cup, and the obviously the ear cups that you have, and essentially they're supposed to be quite mushy and comfy. You can understand how I mean by, because I don't now honestly, from the looks of it, it doesn't look that much comfortable. Like after 2 hours of use, you'd probably start to feel pain. I don't know how comfortable it is. Maybe it is a bit smushy. We'll have to find out. But on top of that, with it you have this you have basically the two ear cups can swivel pretty much 360 to give you so you can swivel it around, and essentially you have this aluminium design on the left on the cans. The cans, obviously, I'm using terminology for over-ear headphones, so bear with me. But the cans are made aluminium, kind of, and it has multiple microphones across to help with noise cancellation technology. And on the right ear cup, or the can on the right ear cup, sort of on the can, sort of right there on the right ear cup, you have a little button that kind of activates voice cancellation, and so the noise control button easily switches between active noise cancellation and transparency mode. This is what you'd probably do. And the digital crown, which is straight from the Apple Watch, helps with toggling the volume, enabling Siri, answering and ending calls, skipping tracks, and all that good stuff. AirPods Max ear cushions use acoustically engineered memory foam to create an effective seal for immersive sound, and Apple-designed knit textile wraps each ear cushion for added comfort. That sounds really cool. From the canopy to the cushions, every part of the AirPods Max is carefully crafted to provide a comfortable fit and exceptional acoustic performance for each individual. All in all, you're supposed to have great sounding headphones, and they're pretty comfy and they're pretty rich. So their headphones, y'all be thinking, how does it sound like? Now, no one has done sound tests. We don't know what the sensors, how they sound like, so we'll have to wait for the reviews to come out, that's for sure. So that's sounding interesting. So in terms of overall what the cans have, as I like to say, the AirPods Max features a 40mm Apple-designed dynamic driver that offers obviously rich deep bass, accurate mid-ranges, crisp, clean, higher frequency extensions, so every note can be heard. so that's interesting. But on top of that, you have a unique dual neodymium ring magnet motor, which helps develop a richer sound. And that means you get a total harmonic distortion of less than 1% across the audible range, even at maximum volume. So it doesn't crap out pretty much. Obviously, I earlier mentioned that the AirPods Max pretty much has an Apple H1 chip on both ear cups, which gives you and a custom acoustic design, and that means you get like a pretty rich audio experience. It's well tuned, kind of. So the H1 SoC has 10 audio cores capable of processing 9 billion operations per second, and this is a feature that Apple likes to call computational audio, which means that using computational power to essentially deliver a richer audio experience and obviously tweak the sound and improve it wherever it can do it as it sees. So it helps deliver adaptive EQ, active noise cancellation, transparency mode, and spatial audio. So let's go to these 4 unique kind of software-driven features, you could say. First, the spatial audio. The AirPods Max obviously can do spatial audio with dynamic head tracking with the iPad or iPhone or iPad in real time, obviously combining the gyroscope and accelerometer in both the AirPods Max and your iPhone and iPad. This means that the AirPods Max can essentially, basically, if the content this depends on the supported content, if it's in 5.1, 7.1 surround sound or Dolby Atmos, it'll basically bring the audio objects that are essentially in that 360 direction. So let's just say if a rocket ship's coming from the right side and it's going to crash into Earth, it's going to go from, say, your left to your right ear, but it's using, as I said, that head tracking. And if you move to the right, it'll just move it with yourself, and that's pretty cool. So you get full spatial audio. And the fact that they're combining sort of the soft, so obviously they've coded it into the SoC and obviously and your iPhone, iPad. I mean, I think it's the power of Apple, so the ecosystem is to deliver those really tuned, optimized experiences that you can't find on third-party brands. And I think this is one of those. This is interesting. So, kind of connecting both the AirPods and your iPhone, for example, and you're watching a show on Apple TV Plus, and sort of it knows that a car will just jump over, or a car will just crash in, or it'll start raining, and so it'll sort of adapt the cans essentially, and essentially, and it'll move the audio. It'll just switch audio objects. So you turn to your left, you go far from the rain. So it's kind of interesting. And then the two or let's say 3 features have come from the AirPods Pro, pretty much. So this is essentially this glorified over-ear AirPods Pro. Transparency mode, which is, if you have the AirPods Pro, you know what I'm talking about, and active noise cancellation. So active noise cancellation obviously uses the multiple microphones that are on the AirPods Max, and obviously uses that to sort of cut out noise if there's any, and adjust sort of noise cancellation. And in transparency mode is that, but essentially you can press a button and you can hear in real time the rest of the world. So you just put it on, you hear like a E, and then you hear the rest of the world. And adaptive EQ essentially is it adjusts the audio to your fit and seal of the ear cushions. So it's measuring the sound signal, so bringing out rich audio. And this is the power of computational audio on the AirPods Max. I mean, I really want to call it the AirPods Pro Max because it kind of is. And obviously, like every AirPods out there, it comes with the easy to use one tap sort of setup and connect and pairing. And on top of that, you could obviously, like any other AirPods, you can click a button and switch it between different devices, and Siri works on it and all that good stuff. You get 20 hours of battery life on the AirPods Max, 20 hours of high fidelity audio talk time and movie playback with ANC enabled and spatial audio enabled. If you cut those out, obviously you can get longer battery life as always with these devices. The AirPods Max comes with a soft, slim, smart case that puts AirPods Max in ultra low power state that helps to reserve a battery charge when not in use, or a pretty funky case that looks like a pouch, like a handbag pouch from Louis Vuitton. Anyway, so essentially it is an AirPods Max. It's an over-ear AirPods, and it's really cool. But here, get this. You can get them, you can pre-order them today and you'll get them next week starting at 549 USD. Prices may vary where you live, subject to taxes and stuff. $550 for AirPods Max. This is bananas for AirPods Max, to say the least. I mean, is this bananas what we have here? I mean, it's a lot of money. I mean, honestly, I think what you're paying for is that computational audio, and the fact that you get spatial, like really virtual surround sound that's accurate, and ANC, and obviously the Apple ecosystem. If you really have all Apple devices, like 100% Apple, you're not any 1 inch, you're not out of the Apple ecosystem, this sounds like a good idea. But honestly, if you're an Android dude, or you don't have a lot of Apple gear, honestly, do yourself a favor. I mean, $550 is lots of money. It's an investment for high fidelity audio, and if you only understand if you don't understand how good audio is, or how you want rich movie or music listening experience, you want to watch TV shows and movies when you want crystal clear audio, like as if you're in a cinema, go spend $550. But frankly, for the rest of humanity, there's some great options that are way less than that. Obviously, if you want to spend that kind of money, buy some Bilkan. I mean, this is coming straight for those premium wireless headsets that are available on the market from, let me see, this is British brand. Let me kind of clear myself here. Honestly, just like Bowers and Wilkins, Bang & Olufsen, Bose, and Sony headphones. They're some of the best. I mean, my advice, I mean, if you have that kind of filthy amount of money to buy wireless over-ear headphones, there's a Sony WH-1000X Mark IVs. Some of the best in the business, and it costs like $400, so you're getting a bargain right here. And then the Bose noise cancelling headphones 700, they're the best in the business. And then obviously I brought up the British brand Bowers and Wilkins. $400. This is for the PX7s. Super famous over years from them. And let's see how long battery life do you get here. Now we're starting to compare expensive headphones. I mean, the difference between Apple and say Bowers and Wilkins is the Bowers and Wilkins, they tune the audio really crystal clear, so you don't have to worry about like quite nutty and cracky audio quality. It's just you get crispy tuned audio from the get-go, whereas I mean, Apple, you're just betting on the software, really, to pull off tricks here. I mean, if it is. So, the PX7 is $400. I mean, let me check back. Let's see if this is the one. If you live in Britain and you want to spend, like, good money on pretty premium headphones, I mean, I've got up the actual price now. 350 quid for Bowers & Wilkins PX7s. I mean, they look super stylish. They kind of twist around. You get 43.6 millimeter drivers and like good tuning and adaptive noise cancelling. 30-hour battery life. Apparently, according to their website, it's 30 hours of battery life. It's long enough to get you from San Francisco to London and back with time to spare. This is bananas. Like, I mean, I don't know if Apple is able to pull this off. Then okay. But I'm sure that a lot of people will buy it because it's Apple. The Apple brand name. Same story with the AirPods. You know, like, there are millions of other brands. High quality, well-tuned. You get the point. But Apple, the brand name, you know, go to an Apple store. They'll show you off the AirPods. You buy it. You know, those who have an Amex card. The same people who buy AirPods are probably the ones who have an Amex card. They can afford it, you know. And then to obviously compare another super expensive headphone brand, Bang & Olufsen. I mean, I've actually tried one of their sort of headphones. I mean, there's a big difference between it and say Beats. Like one day, many years back, just mind you, and this is probably for my folks back in Bahrain. See, this is another one to compare. The Beoplay H9 3rd Gen. It's 500 euros from them. You get 25-hour battery life, and advanced active noise cancellation. I mean, neck and neck. I mean, like, honestly, if you don't live in the Apple world and you don't really care about headphones, there are other good choices. And then there's obviously a more affordable option, the Sony WH-1000Xs really from Sony. Those are really good. If you have everything Apple, really, your phone's an Apple, your iPhone, iPad, Apple TV, Mac. You live in the Apple world. This is good, but really, there are better options out there and guaranteed good sound quality. I mean, no one should be spending $550, mind you, on some ridiculous set of headphones. We don't even know how well tuned they are. We can't really. Apple's not really an audiophile's choice, if you know what I mean. And for context, the Bang & Olufsen headphones, you get a pouch, you get a wired headphone jack, 3.5mm headphone jack, and a flight adapter. I don't know if Apple will offer that in the box. You only get a lightning cable, and that's what you get with almost. And this one I'm mentioning here is $50 less. And if you buy it in a sale, then good on you, though. So I mean, if you don't really use Apple a lot, just buy other premium headphones. They're probably better. I mean, I'm sure people are going to buy it because it's Apple. So that's how I see it here. Then that's the AirPods Max right there. I mean, there are lots of other good choices, I'll tell you. And at least the audio quality is perfect if you're discerning of a consumer.